3 years ago, I created the Career Accelerator, my one-to-one A to Z international job search program for Koreans. Since then, it's helped Koreans earn jobs they love at top companies in 15 different countries.
I ended up getting 3 job offers.
I got 4 job offers.
The interview has been done and I got final offer.
With better work-life balances and up to 70% higher salaries.
My salary increased by 50%.
Your yearly salary now is $60,000 more than what it was in Korea. And they're doing this at a very high success rate. Over 90% of clients who complete this program and follow all the strategies earn at least one international job offer. Even if they're not fluent in English, have never been abroad before, or tried and failed to get a global job in the past.
It would have been so much different if I didn't participate in this program.
Thank you so much. I could have done this without you. I'm serious.
In this video, you'll learn exactly how we did it, from the research and hiring insights used to design the Career Accelerator to the step-by-step actions my clients follow and why they work so well. These strategies are very different from what most job seekers are doing, but they work. Whether you join this program or simply follow the strategies by yourself, watching this is gonna be worth your time. You're about to learn the most effective system for earning top international jobs and building a global career that truly makes you happy. So, let's get started. Okay, I'm not going to waste your time with my entire life story, but I do want to explain what led to creating the Career Accelerator. It has a really important career lesson. In 2016, I moved to Seoul and started teaching business English at a one-to-one adult hagwon in Gangnam. Every day, I met Koreans who were incredibly hardworking, cared deeply about their careers, and had big goals, but they often felt stuck with exhausting schedules at companies that didn't appreciate them, stuck at hagwon classes that didn't really get them any closer to their career goals. I believe Korean people have a ton of value to offer and deserve much better. So I left my teaching job and started my own business English coaching academy with the goal of helping as many Koreans as possible grow their careers by becoming confident, professional communicators. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. I was the top instructor at my hagwon. I had perfect student satisfaction scores and a waiting list for my classes. So I thought it would be easy to find my own students after all that success. I was very wrong. My first year was a complete failure. I spent hundreds of hours building a website, creating YouTube videos, posting online, but nothing worked. It was frustrating. It really hurt my confidence, and it made me question if my career goals were even possible. But it taught me the most important career lesson I've ever learned. And this lesson is the foundation of my Career Accelerator program. Just being good at your job is not enough. You have to know how to sell yourself, to communicate your unique value so clearly that even people who don't know you can quickly see what makes you special. I learned how to do that, how to write, network, and sell myself strategically, and it changed my life. Within 6 months, I was earning double my old hagwon salary. Within 9 months, I was in the top 1% of everyone in my industry on LinkedIn. Over the next 2 years, I got to coach hundreds of amazing Korean clients around the world and even wrote a business communication book that's been published in 3 countries. None of this would have happened if I didn't know how to sell myself. And eventually I realized everything I did to sell, network, and promote my business would work just as well in the job market. I wanted to help Koreans use these strategies to change their lives the same way that I did. So I spent about 4 months developing what became the Career Accelerator. I interviewed global recruiters and hiring managers to learn exactly what they look for in candidates. I invested about $5,000 in learning from top international coaches like Andrew Lasavita and Austin Belsack. I tested every strategy myself to find out what really works. Then I combined all of this. the best global job search strategies, key insights from hiring teams, winning networking and promotion methods I used for my business, and everything I know about the challenges Koreans face across language, strategy, and culture when taking their careers global. The end result? The Career Accelerator. What I hope becomes the best program in the world for any Korean serious about getting a life-changing international job, whether that's at a global company in Korea or abroad. The Career Accelerator program has two goals. First, guide you A to Z to the best international job you can possibly get. Second, to be the last major job search program you ever need, because it is so detailed, so easy to follow, and helps you sell yourself so effectively that you can use the same strategies for the rest of your career. Every future job search, promotion, or career transition. So it's meant to help you now, but it's designed to help you for life. Since launching, the Career Accelerator has guided Koreans to jobs they love at top companies like Goldman Sachs, AWS, and McKinsey & Company across 15 countries, including almost every industry, from recent college graduates to director professionals in their 50s, and from intermediate English speakers all the way to 100% fluent. Take Hyeju, for example, who moved to the US as a fresh college graduate expecting to quickly find work as a software engineer. She'd been very successful finding work in Korea, but spent months searching in the US without any results. Despite applying to dozens of companies, she never even made it past the first round of interviews. Then, she joined the Career Accelerator. Less than 2 months later, she earned a fully remote job at a fast-growing tech startup in Chicago. She's getting paid an awesome salary, gets to travel all over the US, loves her new job, and feels extremely proud.
I'm planning to go to Miami, and I wasn't Philly, been on over. Yeah.
That is so cool, and you have the freedom to do that basically whenever you want, since
Yeah,
you can work from anywhere.
Exactly.
This program has been just as successful for senior professionals and Koreans looking for global roles in Korea. When Heejin first applied to a senior HR role at McKinsey & Company, she didn't even think she would get an interview. Not only did she get an interview, but we worked together through every phase of a 5-round interview process to eventually get her a job she didn't even think would be possible. Remember 2 or 3 months ago when you said you aren't sure if you're even going to get the first interview?
Yeah.
Look at you now.
I'm really thank you for that.
The Career Accelerator has even helped Koreans earn multiple global job offers with full visa sponsorship. Haein had no visa in any foreign countries and had never job searched outside of Korea. Using the strategies that you're about to learn, she earned a visa-sponsored role in Singapore, a visa-sponsored role in London, and a third offer at a global company in Seoul.
I've tried job coaching service in Korea before, and they mostly focused on surface stuff like editing resume and giving some generic interview tips. And at the time I thought oh, is that all? Is it enough for that? Yeah. But with your program, it was totally different.
Would you recommend this program?
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
So let's get into how we achieve these results and, more importantly, the strategies that can help you do the exact same. This program is way more than us having video calls for general advice sessions. The first thing you'll get is lifetime access to my premium career development video course system. This is not random YouTube advice, general career lectures, tips from ChatGPT, or online templates. It is a complete, structured A to Z system designed to guide you through every single step of the international job search. Over 20 hours of in-depth video lessons, thousands of slides, hundreds of real examples, and ready-to-use documents. I've spent years creating and optimizing this content. Everything you could imagine needing help with is included, as well as a lot of helpful tips and strategies you might have not thought of yet. Every lesson has been carefully scripted and edited to make the concepts clear, organized, and easy to follow. It's actually a lot clearer than if I were just explaining all this on a live call with you. In fact, some of the most common feedback I get from clients is that they're almost shocked over how valuable this portion of the program is.
The program really exceeded my expectation.
Oh, totally
And so-
better than expectation.
I thought maybe I can get help preparing interviews or rewriting my resume. It was so much more than that.
And this part of the program is yours for life. You can review these anytime, as many times as you need to for the rest of your career.
I can use it for now, but I can use it for my future after the session has ended. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far.
This course system alone is more than enough to help you get a job, but you deserve one-to-one support, and so that's what you'll get. You'll also get 4 months of one-to-one sessions with me where I will do everything I can to help you get a job that changes your life. Because the course system will already have given you a really good foundation, we can be incredibly efficient with our time. Every minute we spend together will be 100% focused on your unique situation. We're going to go far deeper than just grammar corrections or reviewing basic interview templates. We will analyze every part of your background, your experiences, achievements, and beliefs about your work to find the most powerful ways to communicate your value throughout the job search. As real opportunities come up for you, so new interviews, recruiter messages, or specific roles that you're targeting, we will focus directly on those exact situations. You'll get both notes and video recordings of all our sessions to review as many times as you need to. These are especially helpful when we role play interviews and screening calls with recruiters. At the end of each one-to-one session, you will get a list of tasks to do before we meet again. You'll know exactly what content to watch, what documents to prepare, and what actions to take. There will be no confusion and no wasted time from the moment you join this to the end. And you're not going to be alone for any part of the job search. Outside of our one-to-one sessions, I am available to help you 7 days a week. If a recruiter messages you, I'll help you write the perfect reply. If you land a last-minute interview, I'll shift my schedule around so I can help you prepare. If you're ever feeling stressed or unsure about anything, I'll be there to support you. I am even happy to directly introduce you to anyone in my network that can help. My network is over 32,000 professionals, including recruiters, hiring managers, immigration lawyers, and Korean professionals around the world. I have had multiple clients earn interviews and even offers through people I connected them with. I can even promote you as open to work for everyone in my network as well. Anything that increases your chances of success, we'll do it. To keep everything organized and efficient, we'll follow 5 phases in this order. 1, finding your unique selling points, creating standout applications, networking and applying strategically, mastering job interviews, and finally, accepting an offer and succeeding at your new job. Here's how each of these work. This program is personalized for you, so that's where we'll start. Not with a resume template or general LinkedIn outline, but with your strengths, achievements, passions, and story. First, we will review real job posts of roles that you're interested in. We'll create organized lists of all the requirements and skills they're looking for. Next, we will go step by step, reviewing your entire career. Every role you've had, project, certification, and achievement, all organized in a special document that we'll use for the rest of your job search. We will go beyond experiences, tasks, and responsibilities. We'll find all the positive results and impact your work has created. We can even compare your performance to company averages, industry averages, and previous years to make sure your unique value is as clear as possible. We'll consider any media you can share to promote yourself. Images of awards, screenshots of emails praising your work, company videos, news articles about projects you were involved in. We'll directly connect everything we find with our job post research, making it as clear as possible that you have what hiring teams are looking for. At this point, sometimes Koreans tell me, yeah, this sounds great, but I don't have any achievements. I promise you that you do. You just need the right approach to find them. In the hundreds of clients I have worked with, I have never met a single person without stories or achievements worth sharing. In fact, some clients most worried about not having any selling points became some of this program's biggest successes. Stella almost didn't join because she was so worried about not having any selling points. For all of 2024, out of every client I worked with, she earned the highest salary raise. She had a lot of value to offer. She just needed some help discovering it. Your unique selling points will put you ahead of many candidates. However, companies hire people, not lists of accomplishments. So we will also find your why, the deeper reason your career matters to you. One of the most common phrases you see on LinkedIn is, "I'm passionate about," and then some area of your job. It's not bad to say, but when thousands of people are saying similar things, it's not that memorable. We will use the Career Clarity video system to create a much more unique passion, something only true for you that immediately stands out to hiring teams. For example, Jin, a supply chain manager in beauty and retail, shared a story about how, as a teenage girl, she gained confidence from the cosmetics products she had used. 15 years later, she loves that her work helps thousands of women across Korea discover their own look and their own confidence. This unique story is one of the reasons that she earned a great global supply chain management while we were working together. If you're looking for jobs abroad, we'll also find specific reasons why you're excited about building your career in that location. Hiring teams will know how serious you are about your global career. Finally, if you're feeling a little bit unsure about the types of jobs you want next, we'll solve all of that. There is a full section of the Career Clarity program where we'll get all this information organized. Your target job type, industry, salary, work-life balance, location, company culture. We'll get everything on paper so you have clear goals and direction for the rest of your job search. By the end of phase 1, you will feel so much better about everything to come next. You'll have all the information you need to impress hiring teams, you'll feel a lot more confident, and whatever goal you have will already seem much more achievable. In phase 2, we'll take all the value we discovered in phase 1 and organize it in 3 powerful places: your resume, LinkedIn profile, and a career project portfolio. We'll start with your resume. A great resume quickly proves your value with measurable results, is easy to understand, even for someone who doesn't know you, and directly aligns with the job you're applying to. You don't need to share your entire career, just your best, most impressive highlights. The Perfect Resume Masterclass will show you step by step how to do this. You'll get to see reviews with global recruiters sharing exactly what they look for, real examples of the resumes that got my clients jobs, as well as step-by-step breakdowns for every section you could include in your resume. Once you go through this content and have a basic draft ready, we'll review it line by line together, making sure everything you say makes the best impression possible. We'll even plan quick, easy ways to customize the resume before you send it to a company, making a few tiny changes to best connect it with that job description. Once you have that standout resume, we'll create an equally impressive LinkedIn profile. If you're serious about getting the best job possible, especially abroad, you have to do more than just send your resume. Research shows that a great LinkedIn profile increases your chances of getting interviews by around 70%. The key word here is great. Many people just copy and paste their resume into their LinkedIn. That's not the best approach. A great LinkedIn profile does more than just share your career results. It also shows your personality and passion. You want people to read your profile to think, wow, this person is great at their job and someone I'd love to work with. You can also share media, images, videos, and articles that you can't really include in your resume. To start, you'll have the LinkedIn Profile Masterclass to guide you through all of this, creating a standout headline, something much better than just your job title, 5-step structure to write the perfect about section, how to fill your work history with great achievements, where to include all the important keywords so recruiters easily find you, tons of winning example client LinkedIn profiles, and much more. And of course, we'll meet one-to-one to finalize everything together. I'll make sure all the text of your profile perfectly shows the 3 Ps: professionalism, personality, and passion. I'll help you design a unique banner image that perfectly matches your photo and industry. I've designed my website and all of the content for my business. I'm not a professional designer, but I am pretty good. We'll even get a list of people you know that you can get recommendations from. I'll show you exactly what to say to get great recommendations without feeling awkward asking. By the end, your LinkedIn profile will be better than you even thought was possible. Better than almost everyone on LinkedIn, including native English speakers. Many clients who couldn't get interviews previously have recruiters start messaging them, inviting them to job interviews because their profile is so impressive.
I got a message from a new headhunter offering a new position. I really realized the power of LinkedIn.
Finally, we'll replace the traditional cover letter, which most recruiters skip anyway, with something a lot more powerful: a portfolio. Depending on your background, this can be a slide deck or a simple personal website. This is better than a cover letter for 2 main reasons. So first, your portfolio will show, not just tell, what you've accomplished. Hiring teams will see the skills and results in a clear, visual way that a written letter can't match. And second, it just shows a higher level of effort. Most people don't do this. If you do, you're already a step ahead of 90% of your competition. Both during and before interviews, a lot of clients hear praise from the hiring team about how impressive their portfolios are. In the Perfect Project Portfolio program, you'll learn section by section what to put. Like with everything else, you'll also see real winning examples. Remember Hayan, Stella, and Jin from earlier in this video? Their portfolios were a big reason they earned such great offers, and they're in this program. I'll also help you with the design and visuals to create something that shows your value and looks really professional. By the end of phase 2, your professional brand will be complete. Next, we're going to show it to the world. I believe in every part of this program, but if I had to choose one phase as the most valuable, it's this. There are tons of programs about resumes and interviews, but I have never seen anyone teach networking like this. And in today's global job market, this will give you the biggest advantage. According to US hiring data, around 40% of all hires come from referrals, people who were introduced or recommended by someone already working at that company. But only 7% of applicants are referrals. That means if you get a referral, you are more than 8 times as likely to get the job. There is no resume or interview tip on the planet that increases your chances of success this much. That's the power of networking, and that's what phase 3 will help you master, even if you have never done it before. We'll consider every possible networking method: reconnecting with people you already know, even if you haven't talked in a while, reaching out and building relationships with employees at your target companies, strategically messaging hiring teams when you apply, connecting with global recruiting agencies and headhunters, posting and commenting on LinkedIn to increase visibility, as well as attending both on and offline networking events and conferences, with a game plan ready. To help you master all of this, you'll go through my Win the Job Search system. This complete A to Z networking program walks you step by step through every stage of the process, even if you're starting with 0 connections. You'll learn the best job boards to discover new roles in companies, which people you should reach out to, how to find them on LinkedIn, what to say in your initial messages, how to build those relationships and trust over time, how to make strong first impressions in any virtual meeting or in-person conference. You'll get free tools like an email tracker to maximize efficiency, as well as a 4-step message you can send to any hiring team that will massively increase your chances of getting an interview. All of this is explained using dozens of real-world examples. In fact, you'll see the exact messages, questions, and strategies that I used when I was a job seeker. In 2022, I was considering pivoting my career, so I spent several weeks looking for a job on LinkedIn, reaching out to strangers, building relationships, setting up coffee chats, getting referrals, and messaging hiring teams. Even though I was not a usual candidate for the roles I was interested in, I got referrals to 5 top companies in less than 1 month, just by networking 20 to 30 minutes a day.
Yeah, man, Accenture's a great place, and if you find a role that you like, happy to refer you.
During our one-to-one sessions, I'll help you figure out the best networking methods to focus on, the best people to network with, how to write and refine every message you send, as well as make a strong, memorable impression in meetings or events. We'll plan weekly networking tasks, track your progress, and make sure everything we do stays 100% organized. Outside of our sessions, I'm available on Kakao to guide you, rewrite messages, and give real-time advice whenever you need it. Many clients start this program after months of applying for jobs, sending 50, 100, sometimes 200 resumes and hearing nothing. Within weeks of starting these networking strategies, they're getting referrals, messages from recruiters, and interviews, even from companies that completely ignored their applications before. 2 quick examples to show you how powerful these strategies are. Scott spent his entire career in Korea and wanted to transition to a global role in the US. We used the networking strategies in this program to connect him with American recruiting agencies. Within a few weeks, one of those agencies introduced him to a company in the exact city he was hoping to move to that offered him a job with a 50% salary increase, all while he was still in Korea. Next, a client who prefers to remain private was dreaming of working in Australia. She didn't have a visa, and in this current market, it is almost impossible to get a job there without one. We built a networking plan focused on LinkedIn outreach and attending Australian industry events. We planned all the messages, prepared how she could present herself confidently, and set up around 15 coffee chats with people who were total strangers when we started. Eventually, one of those new connections introduced her to the APAC head of a global company based in Melbourne. They had an informal interview, and he liked her so much that they created a role for her with full visa sponsorship. I love this phase of the program. More than anything else, it's the phase that's changed my life. So if we work together, I am excited to help you do the same. If you do everything in phases 1 to 3, there's a great chance that you'll start getting interviews. For most Koreans, English interviews are one of the most stressful parts of the job search. This is normal. Everyone gets nervous for interviews, especially when it's not in your native language. But because of those nerves, many Koreans spend hours trying to write perfect scripts and memorizing them word for word. Preparation is important, but there's a better strategy to show your best self in interviews. In fact, having done hundreds of interview coaching sessions, focusing too much on memorizing scripts is one of the 4 biggest mistakes stopping Korean candidates from turning interviews into job offers. Here are the other 3. Not selling yourself. Global hiring teams want to hear your results, achievements, and value. Not being clear enough. This can be giving answers that are too long, unstructured, or full of unnecessary details. It can also be forcing a lot of complicated vocabulary words and long sentences into your answers, not personalizing what you say for that specific role and company. Even if they're planned well, giving the exact same answers in every interview isn't the best approach. We'll address all of these mistakes and much more in phase 4. We will follow a proven 4-step system to prepare you for any company, any position, and any question. We'll start by researching the company and the interviewers. We'll figure out what they value, the skills they need most, how your background connects to their goals, as well as specific, unique aspects of those companies that make you excited about working there. Next, you'll go through the Interview Excellence video program, which will be the most detailed guide to international interviews that you've ever seen. dozens of real examples and model answers that got my clients jobs around the world even without being fluent English speakers. The key differences between screening calls, panel interviews, final round interviews, and all the other steps. How to answer tough questions about weaknesses, job changes, career gaps, or missing skills, and how to build a connection with the interviewer, even in more formal interviews. Next, together, we will build easy to remember, flexible outlines that keep your answers organized and professional, no matter what they ask you or how nervous you are. Depending on your English level, I can also give you a bunch of great phrases to start your answers, transition to different topics, emphasize your results, and more. We'll even plan great questions you can ask the interviewer to show how much you know about the company, your desire to help them, and give you great information you can talk about in future interview rounds. Finally, most important step, before any key interview, we will role play it together. I'll call you as the interviewer. We'll practice the full interview exactly like the real thing and evaluate everything you need to do to make the best impression. For virtual interviews, we'll also consider your audio and video quality. I'll help you plan your lighting, camera angle, and background so you look professional and confident on screen. Because even if you have great answers, something like this just won't make as good of an impression as something like this. We will also write personalized thank you emails to every interviewer. For every interview you pass, we'll message the hiring team to learn as much as we can about the next round. We'll prepare for any presentation, case study, or take-home task you're given, and we'll review your performance after every interview. What did they ask you? What did you say that they responded well to? What was difficult, unexpected, and more? It takes years to truly master job interviews. You probably won't reach that perfect maximum level during this program, but you will become much, much better than you are right now. You will feel more confident, comfortable, and prepared for every interview. You'll be much more effective at showing your value and giving them reasons to hire you. You'll connect more with the interviewer on a human level, and every interview as you go is going to get easier and easier. Even if your interviews aren't in English, this preparation will still work for you. Stella from earlier in this video had some of her interviews in Korean. She just translated everything we practiced into Korean, and it worked perfectly. This sounds crazy, but I often have clients tell me after their interviews that they almost don't care about the result because they feel so proud and so confident over how much they've improved. But you are here to get a job, and this will absolutely help you achieve that. If you follow the strategies in phases 1 through 4, there is a very good chance you'll earn an offer while we're working together. For every job offer you receive, I'll review your full contract with you. We'll go through it section by section: salary, benefits, work hours, visa support, relocation, and more, so you completely understand what you're agreeing to. If you want to just accept the job, that is totally fine. But if there's anything in the offer you would like to negotiate, I'll help you. In most Western countries, it is expected that you negotiate the job offer. It is not rude and it is not arrogant. It is the perfect time to ask for exactly what you want. I will give you the same negotiation templates and strategies that have worked for Koreans around the world, even if they have never negotiated any job offer ever. I originally learned these strategies from a 30-plus year executive who's probably discussed thousands of job offers. I changed them a little bit specifically for Koreans, but the way we will negotiate is polite, professional, and most importantly, effective. Scott, the client I mentioned earlier, actually got a pretty good job offer, but we decided to negotiate for slightly more pay. Just from us spending 45 minutes typing and emailing a counteroffer, the company further increased his base yearly salary by more than 3 times what he paid for our entire program together. Finally, once you've accepted your offer, we'll use any remaining time to help you be as successful as possible at your new role. We'll cover any differences in work culture that you might be unfamiliar with. what to say in your first meetings with your new boss, teammates, or clients, and how to position yourself as a valuable member from day one. If you've watched this far, your career clearly matters to you. I love that. I care a lot about my career too, and the careers of the amazing Koreans I get to work with. You deserve a job where you wake up Monday morning excited. You deserve a salary and work-life balance that give you a life you enjoy. And you deserve to feel truly proud of what you've accomplished. If you don't have all of these right now, I want to help you get them. This is my personal invitation to you to meet with me for a free one-to-one Career Accelerator consultation. During our call, we'll talk more about your current situation. I'll give you some personalized advice, and if we're a good fit, share how the Career Accelerator would work for you to unlock whatever opportunity you're hoping for. If you've already scheduled your consultation, that's awesome. I can't wait to meet you. If you're still thinking about it, I cannot tell you how many Koreans finally booked the consultation after months of thinking about it. A few weeks later, they tell me how grateful they are that they're in the program, how relieved they feel, and how they wish they just started working with me from the very beginning. By the time the program's over, they're saying stuff like this.
You told me that I'm gonna feel at the last class that it's gonna be my best investment in my life. And I believe it is already. I'm already feeling.
Thank you so much, man. I would love to work with all of you, but this program is in pretty high demand. I get a lot of people wanting to join, and I only offer a few of these consultations every month. Many people are going to watch this video and not book a call, forget most of the content, and long term, it's not going to add any value to their career. I do not want that to be you. I want to guide you through this journey step by step so you earn opportunities that truly change your life. I want 20 or 30 years in the future, you to look back and say that this program was the best investment you ever made. But that's only going to happen if you take action. So fill out the form on my website and schedule your consultation. Future you will be very glad that you did.